Hi guys, how's everyone doing? Good, I hope. Today I'm reviewing the flanker. There is already a flanker of Marc Jacobs' Decadence. This one came out this year, 2016. I'm sure it's the first of many. I'm sure there will be lots. If he's going to run with it the same way he did with Daisy, then expect a few more. In fact, there's actually a third. There isn't a third, it's more of a bottle change than an actual fragrance change. But this one is the first flanker to Decadence, which came out last year. So I really like it. I think it's really cool. Yeah, it's classed as an Oriental Floral, I believe. And if you want to go and watch my review of Decadence first, it might be worthwhile. I'll put it up here in a little blubble of a box up there, just so you can get the gist of what I'm talking about, because it's going to technically be a comparison review, because where some flankers can be completely different, this one does stay on the Decadence theme quite a bit. So, what are the notes? The top notes are Orange Blossom, Bergamot and Saffron, and just for the record, this fragrance only supposedly shares 2 notes with the original, which I find really strange because they smell, it's not that far of it doesn't deter very much from the original, so maybe there's something they're not telling us at Marc Jacobs. Notes are Gardenia, Honeysuckle and Hortensia. Now Hortensia it's a strange one. I mean, it's not a strange one, but it's not very common. I don't hear of that flower a lot in fragrances. Do you? I mean, it's a kind of gathering of blue petals mainly, and they actually distill the petals and the leaves from it, so it's supposed to have a clean but also camphorous tone to it. I can't comment, I don't particularly pick up a strange camphorous tone in this fragrance, so I'll just say that straight away. And the base notes are vanilla, saffron and amber. The only 2 notes that are shared between this one and the original release are amber and saffron, which is why I find it strange that it smells very similar. Anyway, I'm going to say first of all about what this smells like is I'm going to peg this as Decadence Day. This is Decadence for the daytime. If you loved the original but found it slightly too heavy, this one might be for you. It's really, really good. So, when I first smell it, I immediately recognise the main character of Decadence, not character, the main smell, what Decadence smells like. It's immediately a sister. But what the difference is with this one is it's immediately more floral, it's immediately a little bit more sparkly, and what I can detect in this one is something that's giving it a almost buttery-like tone. So, where the original one was very, very deep and very woody and a little bit smoky, remove all of that, but still keep the smell of Decadence, and replace it with a little bit more light floral tone, and yeah, this kind of, it's like a butteriness. It's much more wearable, it's more, like I said, it's Decadence Day. I'm not going to say Decadence Light, because it still isn't a light fragrance by any means. It's still got the punch and the feeling of the original, but there's a few things tweaked where it feels like this would be the daytime, the original would be the nighttime. That's how simple it is, actually. So, if you're watching this for the first time and don't know what Decadence smells like I said, maybe go and watch the other review, because it might give you a bit more of an idea. Now, I want to talk about the note of the champagne. Champagne obviously is a fantasy note. It's supposed to, I guess, give something a little bit more of a bubbly tone. I don't know. Champagne doesn't, I think, smell pleasant at all in real life. I mean, it tastes amazing, but it doesn't smell that good. It smells a little bit fermented weirdness, but there is a lightness to this. There is something that I guess you could probably pin down as being champagne, but it doesn't smell like champagne at all. It really just is the original one lifted up by a lightness, a fluffy, a little bit more fluffy, a little bit more buttery, and some nice white flowers going on, but that never overtake and never move away from what the original Decadence actually smelled like. So it's actually very clever. I'm really impressed by this, I really am. Some flankers, like I said, can be completely different. This one sticks true to the original smell, but you're given something that is not as sweet, not as heavy, not as deep by any means, but still holds on to the original smell. and I really, really like it. What I'll say about the dry down is it still smells the same, except the finish on the original one was my favourite part of it, I think. It was when it really got very smoky and cool and incensey, kind of, with this gourmand note. This one has a less gourmand feeling in the dry down, and also throughout the entire wearing, actually. And it's much more light on the skin at the end. It's everything you can imagine from a second release of something that was heavy before. It's like not they always, but a lot of companies try to do a day version, or a light version, or a le version, should I say. So yeah, that's my review of Marc Jacobs Decadence, Divine Decadence, sorry. Is it divine? No. They describe it as sensual, luxurious, radiant. Radiant a bit more, yeah, I would say so. Anyway, I'm Marc, I'm going to go down there to subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon for another review. Goodbye.